everybody, it's Deborah from Queen Bee Studio, and I'm so happy to be able to do a video today. I have been on about a 4-month hiatus because I got extremely busy with work, had very few days off, and actually have really been too tired to do any significant crafting lately, so I haven't participated in any swaps or challenges or anything, and I have to tell you, I really missed being here. So just because I wasn't crafting doesn't mean I wasn't shopping. And one of the things that my husband was kind enough to buy me as a little gifty was my brand new Brother ScanNCut, and I absolutely love it. Now, I have the little bit more expensive model because it's also for quilting and has a lot of features that those of you who are quilters would probably love on here. But today I'm going to show you what I've been doing with some of my stamps. So what I've discovered is the offset, which I'm sure all of you who already own the machine know that there is an offset. So any imprint that you make, if you want to be able to go around an image, you can do that very easily. And one of the other things is that on one of my shopping expeditions to Art Attack, which is Chi-Town Tracy's fantastic shop, I happened to buy this spritzer. And I wanted to be able to use it, and by creating a mask for my stamps when I make card so that I can spritz around the figure. Well, when I was messing around, I happened to discover that I could also use this for being able to mat images with several layers of cardstock. So one of the things that I did, in addition to making a mask, so what I thought I'd do was share with you how I actually go about doing that. And I've already scanned in one of the images that just isn't even colored yet. It happens to be one of Sherry Baldy's images, and I really think it's cute. So anyway, I'm going to use that as an example, and then I'm going to show you how I actually leave everything in the machine and just change the paper out. So one of the first things that I do is I scan the image in, and I've already done that. That's what you're sort of looking at on my screen. I know it's really hard to see. I'm not going to zoom in or anything. It's not that important what the image is. What's more important is the shape. So the next thing I have to do after I've scanned it in, and I always like to do it in my lower right hand corner of my mat, which is why you see it a blur right here in my lower right on my screen. And the reason why is because when the mat comes back out towards me from the machine, I can actually change the paper and keep all the dimensions the same. So now that I've scanned her in, I'm going to hit the OK button, and you can see my image is outlined here in the lower right, and I'm going to just change the constraints just a little bit so that it knows where I'm headed. And now I'm going to click my offset button, and I'm going to tell it, as though I wanted to clip really close around the stamped image rather, that I have, to do it at a 0.4. So that's going to be the first cut that you see. So I'll go ahead and scan it in. I apologize for the noise. It is a little noisy, so hang on. Click OK. I'm going to tell it to cut and hit my start button, and it's going to do the cut for me. Okay, so it's finished cutting. I'm going to click my OK button, and you can see, I'm going to show it to you here. Sorry again for that noise. I'm going to show you how beautifully she cuts out. And I'm also going to take you through another video here in just a little while and show you how I re-stick my mats. I found a way to do it on the internet. It works both for Cricut and ScanNCut, but you can see she looks really good. It's very, very close. She's picked up all of the hair and all the fine little things. So the next thing I'm going to do is tell my machine to go backwards and hit that offset button again, and you can see that I have it at 0.4. So I'm going to actually go to the next increment up, which is an 8, and I'm going to take another piece of cardstock so that you'll be able to see, and I'm going to click OK and OK again, and I'm going to tell her to cut again. So hit my start button. Sorry again about the noise. Okay, and we're all done. And I'm going to show you against the original image what it now looks like. Now this whole time I'm actually leaving my mat, even though it's pulled out, I'm actually leaving it still in the machine. And the reason why is because I want to tell it to go to the same spot every time on the mat, since I already have the dimensions. Now you can see that, if I can get it to focus, that it's leaving a cute little frame around it. So we can go one increment bigger. I'm going to hit the OK button, and I'll show you what it does when it does one more. Again, I'm going to hit the offset, and the next one is 12, and I click OK. And sorry, I just hit my camera. It's kind of hard to maneuver from behind it. Click OK, and OK, and I'm going to tell it to cut. And now it's going to cut it around one more time. Now the advantage to this is you can actually do shaped cards from your image, or you can use a different color in your background. But you can also use them as a mask with the little spritzers. So if this were a piece of paper and a stamp rather, and you wanted to be able to cover it on your card and still maintain the image, you can see that it would fit perfectly on there. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job with this camera today. But you can also use it, as I said before, to frame around the outside. So I think that looks really cute. I'll show you some pictures at the end as to what it could look like. And you could also, you know, the sky is the limit with these guys. So you could also pop dot them one layer on top of the other layer, or it sort of creates a little shadow effect, which would be sort of like this as you layered them one on top of the other. So I hope for those of you who have a ScanNCut, I'm not familiar with the newer Cricuts. I have the very first Cricut that was ever made. So it's kind of old like me. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and watch for my next video. I'm going to show you how to put the sticky back in your mat. Thanks everyone.